Hey there, welcome to Our Richmond Fixer Upper. Today I'm going to be talking about paint colors, how to choose them, the things that I think about as I'm deciding, and why I don't want every single room in this house to be white. So let's get started. I'll admit I am a huge white paint fan. In fact, I've been known to say that white paint fixes everything, and I think in a lot of cases that's true. There are some particular cases where I think that white walls aren't not necessarily the best way to go, especially when you can have room to add a little bit of personality with some color. In fact, we're going to branch out a little bit in a couple areas, and I am going to be deciding on those particular colors today. I want to show you colors that I'm looking at, the spaces that I'm looking at, and how I'm going to make sure that they're right. Historically, I've been one to simply grab some color chips from the wall that look like beautiful colors, have gallons made, come home, paint the house, and love it. I do think that it's better in most cases to actually get a paint swatch. They're really inexpensive, so like I'm getting these little paint things from Sherwin-Williams for $5 each, and then put some paint on the wall so that you can see it in the space with the shadows, the windows, the light. You can look at it at all different times of day, and that really makes a difference, because something that you love in the morning you may hate in the evening with the golden hour light, so that you're really sure that this is the paint that you want. If it's not, you can just repaint it, so it's all gonna be fine. It'll all be fine. Today I'm gonna be looking at the patio room and the 2 bedrooms. I already decided that I'm going to paint the bathroom black, and I will show you why as we're walking over there in just a second. This room is right off of the living room. It has 4, 5-foot windows. They're as big as me, the 2 that are right in front of me where the light's coming from, and then these 2 over here. And there's actually very little wall space. Because you walk into the living room and that's gonna be all white, and the dining room behind it is all white, I thought it would be fun to add a little something warm and interesting over here. And for some reason, I keep coming back to pink. I was really inspired when we were traveling in Italy last month by all of the really subtle rosy pinks, not like bubblegum pink at all, not the typical millennial pink either, a little bit more beigey pink in really subtle tones. And so I grabbed a couple samples, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the wall in here right now, and we can take a look. The colors that I'm looking at for this room are Cabbage Rose and Roycroft Rose. It's so pretty, I love this color. It's such a pretty color. Okay, that one is the Cabbage Rose. So just like right off the bat, the Cabbage Rose feels more like a neutral pink, and the Roycroft Rose is a little bit darker. It feels almost mauve, like up in this corner where there's shadow. It gets pretty dark, and so I think that I like the Cabbage Rose just right this instant for it feeling more like a light gray rose. Roycroft Rose looks like blush to me. It's a really pretty color. It looks like I want it on my face. This is the shared bedroom for my daughter and my son. Their beds are white and their dresser is white. So I didn't want to do white walls because then all of the furniture would just blend into the wall rather than having a little bit of an accent. I was thinking that I'd do kind of like a light gray or just like another neutral color, and then I stumbled across a picture. It was a bathroom that had pale gray lower and a kind of a creamy off-white upper, and I loved the combination of a little bit of a creamy off-white, a little bit of a light gray, and the bright white. And so I thought it could be fun to color block the walls in this room. Leave all the trim bright white, and then color block a pale gray on the bottom half of the room and a creamy off-white on the top half of the room. So the colors that I chose are a neutral brown, it's like a really warm light gray, and then restful white, just a little bit of a creamy white. And extra white is what I like to paint all of the trim and the ceiling. And so I imagine the color block to look something like this, with the lower darker, the upper a little bit lighter, just barely a shade lighter, and then all of the trim white. So this is neutral ground, and then I'm going to add some restful white. And then with their white furniture, these 2 neutrals will really pop. I mean, they'll pop in the way that very subtle things can pop. I tried to find something like this, like a 2 neutral color block, and I couldn't find anything that didn't involve pure white on the wall. So I'm excited to put it up and we'll see what we think. This is the final downstairs bedroom. It's for my older son. He's so excited to have his own room for the first time. One of the things that I like to think about is the other colors that are already going to be happening in the room. So I know that the dresser is this really beautiful Derbyshire because I painted it this color a couple years ago. And then I haven't chosen a bed yet. I'm thinking that we're gonna do maybe a light gray headboard. And I wanted to do one solid dark blue, some shade of dark blue wall. This Oceanside is the Sherwin-Williams color of the year, and I keep seeing it because they're promoting it, and I love it every time I see it, so I thought that we'd try that. I initially thought that I would do like a light gray next to this blue accent wall, and then as I was looking at the chips over and over, it just seemed like there was too much cool temperature happening with the green of the dresser, the gray of the headboard, and then this blue wall. So I chose a creamier off-white. It's called Roman Column, and then with the white trim, I think that it'll all look so pretty. I won't lie, I also liked that it was called Roman Column because we just got back from Rome. So the idea of putting Roman Column up on the wall seemed very appealing.
Can I help? Cool.
You know what this one's called?
What?
Oceanside. So it's a fun color, and when it's applied with a couple coats the way that it should be, I think it's gonna be a really fun backdrop, but I also wanna come back and look at it in the bright sunlight. But I think it's such a pretty color, and I know that I like it because I keep coming back and back to it when I see it in pictures and things, so I'm excited to see what I think tomorrow. This small bathroom is so cute. So this is a 1948 Cape Cod style home in Richmond, Virginia. It has this white and black tile, the white and black basket weave floor, and it's just really, really darling. What I am really excited to do is paint all the painted space in this bathroom black. So this black tile line is going to essentially disappear when I add Black Magic, which is not the darkest, deepest black that Sherwin-Williams offers. That's tricorn black. I like Black Magic for this room to not be quite so deep, and it has like a touch of charcoal in it. It shows that we're choosing to have this kind of contrast of the white tile. I think it'll also make all of the bottom part of the bathroom feel a lot brighter. All of that white will really come out when the rest of the room is blacked out. This was fun, wasn't it? I love making choices in regards to the home, and paint colors are a really fun one because you can really play around with them. Like I said earlier, you can choose one, and if you don't love it, you can always repaint it later. It's not the hugest commitment in the world, but it always makes such a big difference to add interest with paint. And I hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope that you're coming back every week because we're sharing tips and tricks, befores and afters as we fix up, renovate, and decorate this home in Richmond, Virginia. We will see you here next time. Thanks for being here.